Hello students, welcome to your English class once again. Today we are going to focus on a very important writing skill, that is letter writing. This is the third kind of writing skill which you are going to learn in this session. Earlier we have learned about how to write notice and advertisement. So this letter writing skill carries 6 marks in your board exams of 12th, and it is very important to learn this skill in terms of your practical knowledge also, as this skill is going to help you throughout your life in every field. If you are perfect at writing a letter, you can communicate and express in a better way than others. So let's start with the definition of what is letter writing. So letter writing is a form of written communication. You can communicate with people in a written way through letters. It is very effective means of communication, and in spite of the arrival of modern technologies like cell phones, computers, etc., letters still hold their important and remarkable place in the field of communication, as we use letter writing till today despite having lot of modern technologies. And before the invention of modern technologies, these letters were the only means of effective communication with others. Now we will go through the types of letters. There are broadly two types of letters: informal letters and formal letters. First, what are informal letters? These are the letters written to friends and relatives. These are informal or casual in the manner of language, style and content. Language is very casual. When you write a letter to your parents or friends or any other relative, your language is very casual. You don't write in a specific official language. Style and content is also very informal. These are more expressive, emotional and personal letters. You write whatever way you want to your loved ones. But in the second kind of letters, that are formal letters, there are certain limitations to language. They are specific, to the point, because they are not written to any relative or friend. They are written to a firm or organization or a person of certain designation. So you have to keep the limit on your language, the way of expression, and how you are writing, how much politely you are writing, and the language should be very rich, specific and to the point. So these are the letters written under formal conditions. These are generally written to organizations or firms for various kind of reasons, or government authorities sometimes, or editors of newspapers or magazines, and sometimes you write letters to school authorities like principal. You write sometimes application to principal. So the language should be very to the point, specific, and no unnecessary details should be included in that kind of letters. So broadly, formal letters include: first, business letters, which are written for making enquiries or asking for information about products or services, or replying to enquiries or giving information about products or services, or placing orders or sending replies for placed orders, or if you have to cancel the order, or when you have to register complaint against any product or services, you write these business letters. Next kind of formal letters are official letters, which are written to register complaints about roads, bad conditions of roads. Sometimes you write to government officials, or theft has taken place somewhere, then you write these kind of letters using only specific points and to the point language. Making enquiries about courses or tours, when you have to make enquiries about some kind of course you want to join, or you have to go to a tour, you write enquiry letters. That is also included in formal official letters. Then if you have to make some request or appeal to somebody, you write the official formal letters. Now letter to editors also come under this category of formal letters. When you have to give some suggestions or you have to give your views on issues of public interest, you write letters to editor. Last kind of formal letters are job letters. When you have to apply for any job, you use applications which are written in formal language. Now we will go through the format of a formal letter, which is very important in terms of writing a letter. If your format is wrong, then letter loses its meaning. So it's very necessary to stick to the format, correct format you should learn. Format includes following essentials. First, you have to write the sender's address properly, including the address of the place and city's name. Then you have to write date in British style, as I have taught you in notice. Uh, for example, May 13, 2020, you can't write 13/5/20. Then third place, you have to write receiver's address, who is going to receive your letter. So including designation, if any, like if you are writing a letter to the editor, then you have to write the newspaper's name, then the address of the place, and then city's name is very necessary. Or if you are writing the letter to any manager, the manager is the designation for that. Then comes the salutation, like dear sir, madam, etc. And after the salutation, you have to write the subject regarding letter, and this subject is very important to write in a formal letter. Without subject, your letter is meaningless, it loses its meaning. Then you have to come to the main body of the letter, where you will write the detail about what you want to say. At the end, there will be complimentary clause by writing yours truly or yours sincerely, and below that you have to write your full name along with your surname. And if you have any designation, and if designation is needed to write there, you have to write the designation sometimes. Now, what are the important points to remember about writing formal letters? Formal letters are very important part of your curriculum, and in formal letters we will learn in the invitations, but business letters and official letters or editorial letters, inquiry letters, placing order, all these are formal kind of letters which you have to learn this time. So apart from the correct format of the letter, expression is also an important part of this formal letter writing. The ideas should be expressed in a reasonable way and sequence wise. You have to write the systematic way of letter. In a systematic way, you have to write your letter, like first what you want to say about what, and then in an orderly way you have to place your things what you want to say. So you have to write the letter in reasonable way and sequence wise with consistency, continuity, using correct grammatical structures. That is also very important part of letter writing. If your grammar is incorrect, then your expressions are useless. So it is very necessary to stick to correct grammar, correct grammatical language. No any spelling mistakes should be there. All these things should be kept in mind while writing a letter. A letter should always be precise, means to the point, and simple and clear to understand. The language should not be very complicated. Few more important points to remember are there. Now, in present style of letter writing, use of punctuation marks has been done away with. That means has been removed while writing the address or salutation. Earlier we used to put comma at the end of every line of the address, or after salutation, dear sir, also we used to put comma. Now it is removed from the new format according to CBSE. Every section of the letter begins on the left hand side. This is very necessary part, that you have to start every section like address, date, everything you have to stick to margin and start from the left side. Don't write anything on the right side, which was the old way of writing letters. So you should provide adequate or enough space between sections and paragraphs also while writing letters. This is also very important thing to keep in mind, that there should be enough space between sections. Sometimes you have to leave one line to divide all that things in a letter. Now first we will learn about letter to editor. Before knowing how to write a letter, there are some important things, some useful expressions are there for this kind of letters are through the how you begin the letter to editor. This is the beginning line of the letter to editor. Through the esteemed columns of your newspaper, I wish to bring to the notice of the concerned authorities. Or I wish to draw the attention of the concerned authorities. Anything you can write this way in the beginning. You can't start in an informal way this kind of letter. This is the essential start for any editor's letter. You can't change it. Or in the mid part of the letter, when you reach in the mid part of letter, if you want to show your views or express anything, you can start with in my opinion. Or if you are disturbed with something, you can show your concern by saying this is a very shocking or disturbing use of, or anything like that. While writing this editorial letter, in the mid part you can use these kind of expressions. So you have seen the language is very formal and specific. You have to use very polite and rich language, and when you write a letter you should go through it once again, because unintentionally sometimes we make many mistakes. So we should go through it one or two times to correct the grammatical mistakes, spellings, expressions. Many things are there which can be revised again and written in a better way. So this is the right way of writing a letter. Now here is one example question for writing an editorial letter. Lack of job opportunities in the rural areas is forcing people to migrate to cities. Every big city thus has a number of slums in it. Life in these slums is miserable. Write a letter in 120 to 150 words. This is the word limit for editorial letters and generally most of your formal letters of various kinds. Write a letter in 120 to 150 words to the editor of a national newspaper on if it comes national newspaper. You can give any name. Don't write national newspaper for the newspaper's name. You have to give a specific name of the newspaper, like Hindustan Times or Times of India, like that. On how we can improve the living conditions in these slums. You are Keshav or Kanika. These are the imaginary names which are given always in the question. And then address is given of M114 Mall Road, Delhi. Now this is the beginning of the letter, how you have to follow the format by beginning with the writing of sender's address, M114 Mall Road, Delhi. Then you have to write a date. Try leave one line before writing a date, May 13, 2020. Then again leave one line and then write the designation, the editor. Don't write to editor. Then after, you have to write the newspaper's name, essentially the Hindustan Times or any other name you can write. Then you have to write the address of that newspaper where the office is situated. Kasturba Gandhi Marg, New Delhi, and then pin code number. City's name is very necessary. Then you have to leave one line again, and then you have to write the salutation. Like here it is written sir. You can write dear sir, but sir is more perfect. Then you have to write subject after leaving one line. Subject you should generally start with regarding word. Regarding need to improve living conditions in slums. Now you will come to the body of the letter. You can see the margin. Every line should start with a margin through the columns of your esteemed newspaper. This is the essential beginning of the editor's letter. I would like to draw the attention of the concerned authorities towards the miserable living conditions in slums. This is the beginning paragraph, introductory paragraph of what you want to say and about what. Then you will change the paragraph for progress of your views, what you want to say more. India is growing by leaps and bounds in every sector. However, the mushrooming slums, the increasing growing slums in the city provide an altogether different scenario, completely different scenario. A country's growth depends on the growth of its people. The people living in slums don't have basic facilities like food, shelters and clothing. So this is a general problem and practical, very practical problem to be noticed. So it should be bring to the notice of the authorities that these situations should be changed. So this is a very relevant topic of the editor's letter which you should learn. The people living in slums don't have basic facilities like food, shelter and clothing. Many can be seen standing near dustbins to find some food Lack of proper sanitation and living among such dreadful conditions lead to spread of many diseases. There are many in the slums who have always been in the city. However, there are others who migrate from rural to urban areas to earn their livelihood. All this is due to lack of job opportunities in rural areas. Thereby, many of them land up living in slums. Though the government has made housing provisions for these people, many are unaware of the same. Others who are aware fight corruption to get these facilities. Still others who get these facilities rent these houses to earn money. All these quadruples means making it 4 times worse, being 4 times as long. Quadruples the problems faced by these people. You can see the language is very rich. You should try to use a good vocabulary, not necessarily very complicated. You should stick to very simple and clear understandable language. So it's not necessary. If you feel hesitation in using a new vocabulary, you can use simple words. Government needs to ensure that people living in the slums get basic amenities. People should be made aware of the existing job opportunities in rural areas. Better job opportunities and settings of small scale industries should also be done in rural areas. Street plays should be organized. These are some suggestions given to the government authorities to improve the condition of the slum dwelling people. So street plays should be organized in slums to make the slum dwellers aware of their rights. Provision to provide basic education should also be done. Only when the slum dwellers also get the basic necessities can the nation be said to have truly progressed. This is the ending which should be always end to the positive note. At the end, sometimes it is not very necessary to write that I hope the concerned authorities will pay attention to this problem and do the needful. But still, sometimes you have to follow the guidelines. So at the end you will do complimentary close, yours sincerely, Keshav Verma. This is how we learn an editor's letter, and in the next part of letter writing I'll send you one question which you have to solve by yourself and do more practice on it to be more perfect at writing editor's letter. Next we will meet with the new kind of letter writing. Till then, you do more practice, and thank you for listening.